today we're going to do a practice, a heart-opening practice. And just so you know, my name is Elaine McDougall. I am the director of the Writing Center at UMBC and work in the English department as an English lecturer. So nice to do a practice with you it's morning to me, whenever you're choosing to do this practice. So we're going to, again, look at some heart-opening poses today. So we're just going to start out in a seated position, and just as you're coming into this seated position, you can either have your legs crossed, you can have them straight out in front of you, you can kneel if you like, so whatever's comfortable. I'm also propped up on a blanket if that's comfortable for you. So we're just going to come into this seated position. See if you can lift up through the spine, and maybe imagine a string on the top of your head that's kind of being pulled up. That image helps me sometimes to really kind of straighten up through the spine. So as you're in this position, see if your shoulders got a little tense. Maybe they creeped up to your ears. See if you can let your shoulders relax down. Maybe give them a little shrug. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. And really think about lifting through the chest. So let's just take a moment here to come into the practice. Just let yourself kind of settle in. As you start to tap into your breath, take some deep inhales. So inhale through the nose and see if you can find the breath all the way down into your belly. So as you breathe in, take it all the way down to the belly. Let the belly get nice and big. And then exhale the breath out, let it go. Let's count this time. So on the inhale, let's see if we can get to 4. On the exhale, let's see if we can get to 5. So take a deep breath in. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe one more time. Inhale in 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Let your body relax. Good. So let's start here with our arms down by our sides, and just to invite you to kind of have your eyes closed through practice if you like that, or however you need to kind of be during your practice. And also, if anything that we're doing just does not feel good in your body, then please choose an alternative or just come out of the pose. So bring your arms down to your sides. We're going to slowly inhale, lift up, reach up through the fingertips, nice and tall. Bring the palms together, exhale, and bring your hands down to your heart center. One more time, or 2 more times. Inhale, reach up. Palms come together, exhale, bring it down to your heart. And one more time. Inhale, reach up. Nice and tall. Let's see if we can look up to the fingers this time. And then we'll bring the palms together. Bring something good down into your heart. Exhale the breath out. Beautiful. So release your hands down to your sides. And then we'll bring ourselves up into a tabletop position. So hands are coming down onto your mat. Fingers are nice and spread apart. Knees are underneath of your hips. And we're just going to start to do some cat-cow poses. So as you lift up, your tailbone lifts, your back, your belly kind of drops down towards your mat. So we're opening the heart here, shining forward, and then we'll slowly curl ourselves in, lift the spine up towards the sky, and come into your cat pose. As you inhale, lift back up, rising through the heart. And then fold back in. Exhale the breath out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl in. Couple more rounds here, and you can just use your breath. So you don't have to go by my cue. Just kind of find the rhythm that works for you. And then we'll find a neutral spine. So I'm just gonna float back onto my mat a little bit so you can see where my arms are going here. So for our next pose, we're gonna keep our hips lifted, and we're just gonna walk our hands forward and start to melt your heart down towards your mat. So you're reaching forward. Maybe the forehead reaches the mat, maybe not. And you're just coming down. So this is called puppy pose. So for those of you who have dogs, or we've all seen dogs do the puppy pose, the stretch forward. So sinking down, opening through the heart here. Couple breaths in and exhale out. And we'll start to slowly walk the hands back towards your hips. And then we'll just come into a kneeling pose. So you can just come onto your knees. And again, if you need a blanket for support underneath of your knees. So we're going to just come into a gentle camel pose here. So I'm just up on my knees. I'm going to bring my hands. I have a little bit of a shoulder injury, so I can't quite get my other hand on my lower back. But just kind of press a hand into your lower back. And then we're going to just lift through the heart. So see if you can keep hips kind of forward as you reach back. Open up through the heart. Might not feel like a huge motion here, but you're really kind of opening up that front body, opening up through the heart, shining through the heart. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come back forward and just take a rest here. And we'll come into that camel pose one more time. So from your neutral position here, you can take one hand on your lower back or both hands, and you're just lifting through the heart. Little back bend. And don't forget to breathe. And then we'll come back through center. And you can come back to your knees here. So from here, we're going to take the left foot forward. And we're just going to open through we're going to use our arms and shoulders and just kind of open up here. So from this position, kind of a high kneeling position, high lunge, you're going to open up your shoulder or your arms into a goalpost kind of form. And then you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back and maybe look up towards the ceiling or where the wall meets the ceiling, and just start to open through the heart here. Nice. Come back through center, lower your arms down, relax. And then we'll switch sides, so right foot can come forward. And we're just kind of sinking into a gentle low lunge here. Arms come out to goalposts, and then let's squeeze through the shoulder blades, lift through the heart. Maybe look up again towards the ceiling, but don't strain your neck here. Good, come back forward, and then let's bring that right knee back. Let's bring our knees together, sink your hips back towards your heels, and just round through the spine as you come down to a child's pose. So you can let your forehead relax down. Take one more deep breath in. Fill up your belly and then let it go completely. Exhale it out. So we're going to come down to our belly next. So we're coming all the way down to our mat. Bend your elbows. Place your forearms onto your mat. I'm just going to move the monitor down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So come all the way down, belly, bring your forearms down to your mat. So my elbows are bent, fingers are spread wide, and we're lifting into Sphinx Pose here. So we're just going to be right here where we are. Your feet can be flat on the mat. And we're just thinking about lifting through the heart here. So pressing down through the fingers and lifting so as to take some pressure off of the shoulders. So lifting up. Option, if you'd like, to come into what we call Swan Pose. You can bring your hands out to the corners of your mat and lift up off of your elbows. So lifting up. If you like, this is just an option. You can just stay down on your elbows if you feel more comfortable there. And just so you have a different view of what this looks like, I'll kind of move to the side. So I'm up here in my Swan Pose. I'm kind of lifted up. You see the arch in the back. And breathe here. Beautiful. So if you're up in Swan Pose, come on back down to your elbows. And one more breath here in Sphinx Pose. Lifting through the heart. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bring our hands underneath of our shoulders. Press up, bring your knees together, and sink back into that child's pose again. So that knees together child's pose really helps with lower back. So just let your head relax down. And as you're ready, you can walk your hands back towards your knees. And then we'll start to work our way down to our backs. So go ahead and lower down. And just take a few moments here to feel what that is like on your back. So after the kind of a lot of back bending, so when we talk about heart opening poses, a lot of times they're back bending poses. So just kind of letting your back relax down onto your mat here. And let's take our right knee and hug that knee up into the body, squeeze it in. Let the low back press against your mat. And release the right leg back down to the mat. Hug the left knee up into your body, squeeze it in. And gently release that left leg down to your mat. Bring your legs kind of to the edges of your mat, a little V shape. Let your arms relax down to your sides, maybe palms face up. Start to bring your body into full relaxation. Let go of any poses that we did. Let go of any judgment of the poses that we did. And just let your breath be natural. Belly rises and falls. Just give yourself a few more breaths here in your relaxation pose. And as you continue to relax, I just want to offer a reading on loving kindness. This is from Thich Nhat Hanh. He says, "The first element of true love is loving kindness. The essence of loving kindness is being able to offer happiness. You can be the sunshine for another person. You can't offer happiness until you have it for yourself. So build a home inside by accepting yourself and learning to love and heal yourself. Learn how to practice mindfulness in such a way that you can create moments of happiness and joy for your own nourishment. Then you have something to offer the other person." Nice and slowly, start to bring yourself back into the present. Deep breath in, exhale the breath out. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe circle your wrists and your ankles. And then hug your knees up into your body. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then gently rock to one side. And press yourself up to a seated position. And as you rise and find yourself in your seated position, slowly bring your hands through to your heart center. And we'll end our practice just by finding some gratitude for ourselves and gratitude for others in our lives. Opening through the heart. So I thank you all so much for watching this practice and doing your practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much.